Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking to you about kindergarten spelling. Now this video is not a program for teaching your kindergarten spelling, but this is more of an overview of what you're looking for and what you're going to be doing in spelling with your child. So first of all, I want to talk all about spelling. Now I don't get a dime from them for promoting them in this video, okay? I tell you because I literally think it's hands down the best spelling program I have ever come across. It teaches the English language incredibly clearly with a very multi-sensory approach to spelling. What I mean by that is that they don't just give them words and have them memorize it, do it on a spelling test and move on. No. What they do is more of a mastery approach, okay? That means that they also learn their sounds. So they learn the sounds, they learn beginning, middle, and end, which if you watched my reading video is super important to learn. They do a lot of pre-skills before they even start them learning how to spell. The multi-sensory approach I told you about, and I'm going to show it to you on the board, they use tiles where they can, instead of just writing them all the time, they can also use tiles where they manipulate the letters. So they're learning through movement and through tactile kinesthetic, okay? That's a really important way of learning for many children. They also learn by hearing it. So if you have the app, you can move the tiles on the app and you can touch and hold, and it makes the sound for them as they're moving it, and it helps them with hearing the sounds. But they also do a lot of saying it and you saying it so this child can hear it, they can hear themselves, they speak it, they move the tiles, they write it. So it's a super awesome method of teaching your child reading. Now, I want to tell you something that happens really in most of America, but I'm hoping to change, at least with the homeschool families. Now, it is this. Generally, traditionally, people, teachers, parents give a list of words to read, 10 for younger kids, 20 for older kids. They study them, they write them 3 times each. Maybe they write them in a sentence, and then they have a spelling test on Friday. Whether or not they get those words right, they move on and they get a new list on Monday. Can I tell you that this is the most ineffective approach to spelling God ever created? Now, there's a different and a better approach. It is a developmental approach. Now, whether or not you use All About Reading, your curriculum should do this. 1, teach them the phonetic rules of spelling. Why things are spelled the way they're spelled. Now, frustratingly for most English speaking people, the English language, for every rule they make, they have that many exceptions. So you can say I before E, except after C, except in the case of neighbor and way, and a million other ones, okay? That is very frustrating. So yes, we still have to learn these rules, but guess what? We still have to memorize all of their exceptions if we're gonna be decent spellers. How do you do that? Especially if your child does not have a strength in visual memory, which sadly to say is very common. So I'm going to show you in this video some ways that you can go about helping your child to do that. Many different multi-sensory approaches. So first, let me show you the board and let me show you what it looks like.